Hello, friends, and welcome, newcomers. My name is Nala. I have a somewhat new canvas to introduce to you guys. Let's get started. So this is a 11 by 16 canvas. I prepped it with white gesso first, and then I let it dry for about 24 hours. You want to make sure that you prep your canvas. Some canvases are already pre-prepped. This one came from one of my local craft stores, and I had to prep it. Then I took my magnet platform and I placed a few drops of my Brutus Monroe Aqua Pigment Black and a little water, and then I used a sauce cup to create ring circles on my canvas, and then I let it dry for a few minutes just to allow me to place more mediums on my canvas without ruining what's already been there. I know I've been gone for quite some time. I had a lot going on, but I am so glad to be back making videos with you guys. And this honestly was a fun mixed media project for me. So here you'll see I have the Fairy Flight Path Sunshine stencil from Brutus Monroe. I stenciled it with some black gesso on both sides. I kind of wanted it to like go across the canvas. And I wanted to, I know I was gonna add butterflies, and I wanted the butterfly flutter to kind of go with it. And I wanted that starry path line to match with how my butterfly placements was gonna be, which I think I ended up placing one out somewhere else. I have no clue. I went in and I hand drawn two hearts. I like my little bubbly hearts. I'm not really a great drawer or professional to say, but I do love how it came out, and I do love my bubbly hearts. I decided once I placed the hearts and I knew where they were going to be, I wanted to start coloring the background, and I'm using my aqua pigments again for it. And I will have the colors located in the description box. I believe I'm using, I want to say that one was Cosmo. And then I added some magenta. And I kind of just wanted to, okay, so as you see, I am going around the heart. I'm kind of tracing out the heart. But once I added my aqua pigments, it did kind of soften my circle rings a little bit, so I'm gonna have to like correct that. But as you see, I'm just doing the background, and then you will see that this canvas was actually inspired by a friend of mine called Tu. She has been with me through the struggles of the past 2 months. I've been through a lot, lost a family member, went through some stuff medically. I had been sick, my husband was gone. It was so much going on, guys. And it was hard for me to manage everything, especially with my YouTubing and the 2 new design teams I was in. And so I enjoyed doing the project. I just could not record it. And my kids were off for 2 weeks, and guys, anyone who has kids knows, like, your kids are off from school, you are not gonna have silence or quiet for you to do recording and things like that. So I ended up having to stop for a month and a half. So that's where I've been. And then I had to go ahead and once I kind of got everything back going, I found out and realized my anniversary was coming up. Not any anniversary, but my 15-year anniversary was coming up. And so I had to prepare, and Tu helped me so much with this anniversary gift. I mean, with the anniversary, the wedding vow renewal, I guess you could call it, not gift. And she really helped me get it going. Like, she helped me find my dress. We had 2 weeks to plan this wedding, guys. It was horrible. But I digress. Let's get back to this project. So as you see, I placed a little yellow, purple. I have colors everywhere, but I wanted it to be more smoother. So I added a little bit of water. And this technique is very addictive. I started it and I've never stopped it. But I took a piece of packaging paper and I just smushed the colors around. And it kind of gave it like, a flow, helped the colors to kind of blend, and then give it that nice, like watercolor look. And then I decided I'm going to make a bunch of these. Since I already have them out, I'm just gonna make a bunch of little backgrounds. I think I might have used some, but I may have not. But I did want to show you guys how I make my backgrounds, and you'll see them later on in other videos. So I'm just applying different colors, and I try to go with colors that goes together, and then apply some water to help it move. And look at that. Guys, look at that. That marble look is amazing, but it only comes out the first time. Second time, it's not that good. But I loved it, and I got addicted to it. So then I kept going, and I wanted to do it over and over and over. Here, I chose another set of colors. I brought more colors in to see, what I can get with the green. I just wanted to see the creamy green, because I love how that creamy looks with the background. Look at that, guys. It's amazing. I love this. I had so much fun. It almost gives you like a space background, doesn't it? Like space look. And then, I didn't want to waste the rest, so I just dabbed and used the rest of my ink. And here are my gorgeous backgrounds, guys. Look. Don't these look really cool? I like it. I think it's different, and you cannot remake the same exact one. And there's something special about that. When you can't remake the same one, it makes it unique. It makes it your card. So try it out. Let me see what backgrounds you come out with and you create. And don't forget, like, you can use different mediums, as well as different colors. I would like to see how this looks on a different color cardstock, which I probably will try later on. All right. Let's get back to our card. These are all the little backgrounds I made. I just wanted to show you guys. And then I'm going to die cut with the space cutting die, I believe it's called. I ran it through my die cutting machine, and I'm gonna pop everything out off camera and get ready to go to the next step. All right, here I took some Brutus Monroe masking paper, and I created a circle using a, oh my God, I forgot what those things are called. I forgot what it's called. I'm gonna find out and I'm gonna place it on the screen for you. But I went ahead and created a circle, and then I took my X-Acto knife and I just traced that circle and moved the paper instead of moving the knife. I just moved the paper around, and then I kind of just popped the circle out. And that's going to give us a template, I guess you could say, of some sort. And we're gonna use this and place it on top of a stencil. My stencil is a 6x6 stencil. This is the lace stencil from Brutus Monroe. I wanted it to be in a circle form, so I'm gonna place that masking paper right on top of my stencil, and that's going to allow me to, I apologize for my dog. That's going to allow me to stencil my, to stencil onto my project in a circle form with that pattern. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm trying. So I'm just gonna cut it out. I decided to I didn't want it to waste any of my masking paper, because I do use a lot of masking paper. So I went ahead and I just traced out the stencil so that I can cut the exact size out and then placed it right on top. Now I was trying to figure out where I wanted it. I knew I was gonna have it in the center, but I definitely wanted it to give a little, not just texture, but also that little bit of surprise, if that makes sense. Um, Sometimes like there's things that we create and it's there, it's hidden, but without it there, it actually does make a difference. And I really wanted that lace look in the background of my foilable that you'll see earlier. So I'm using the Velveteen Flamingo. This is from Brutus Monroe as well. For the record, I will be using Brutus Monroe products throughout this entire this entire video, okay? But this is the Velveteen, and I will also place all of the links in the description box for you. And we're just going to spread that evenly. I'm trying to not press too hard so that it doesn't seep because I did not use pixie spray. So I'm just being very careful to not get it outside, but then at the same time, make sure that I am getting that entire stencil. When you peel it, look. Perfect circle, perfect stenciling. It's just perfect. I love it. Get off. And then we're just gonna let this dry. I think it took almost 24 hours for it to dry. I wanted to make sure it was fully dry because I knew that I was gonna be placing a lot of things on here. Okay, now to color my hearts, I'm using the Aqua Pigment Blue Green. And while that dries, I'm gonna stencil the worn brick with Raven Detail ink. So, okay, so let me explain a little bit about the canvas so you understand where everything is coming from. The two hearts represents her two children that are dear to her. She loves them with all her heart. The circles are all the groups that she creates. The lace circle that I created is a representation of her circle, right? She keeps her circle big. She has little other circles around, but the people that are within that pink circle or within her heart are the solid foundation, if that makes sense. And she has helped me get through so many things. Guys, I mean, I cannot tell you how much times she has gotten me through things. With the brick, the worn brick stenciled, represents the wall that she puts up because she is open to helping everyone, but she does not let people in. She will hide her feelings. So that's where I got the idea of the brick wall. The circles, I wanted to create like some kind of like a whirly look to it. So I decided to stencil the bigger, Dream Bigger stencil with my Chroma Glaze Silver. And I think that added the perfect little touch to the circles. Followed the Mink instructions and placed it on the third setting and foiled it. And might I say, it foiled it perfectly. I cut my foil sentiment strips and placed them aside. I wanted to add some flowers. And so I took out my poppy flower die and I went ahead and I die cut some out of some fiber paper. Now, these are unique paper. It's like a linen type of a paper, and it adds a different texture when you're coloring it. I love how it looks. And I think I'm gonna try to one day, I think you could stack it up maybe and even create like a bouquet. I'm gonna try that one day. We'll figure it out. I needed to add something to give the heart a little shine. So I added some accents to the heart and outlined the heart with my acrylic paint markers. Then I saw that my circles faded, so I used an acrylic marker to darken and add kind of like multiple rings around the circle as well. And then I added a few doodle hearts in white. Alrighty. After this, we're going to get to placement. I know I wanted my foiled lady image to be the center of attention because I feel like it brings the floral, the love, and the beautiful, the butterfly theme together. I decided I wanted to pop it up using some chipboard pieces. So I took pretty much just cardboard, right? And then I added some hot glue and then put two together, place it underneath my foil, and that gave it the pop-up it needed. Now I took these butterflies from the Butterfly Beauty paper pad that was recently released, and I sat there watching TV and I cut a whole bunch of these things out, okay? And now I need to order more because I love these butterflies. So I'm placing the butterflies around that flutter path, that starry little fluttery path that we placed for the butterflies. And then I wanted one to come off her hand, kind of like she's holding it and presenting it out. And then I decided I'm just gonna put one just a little bit off. I don't want it to like all be in the center and it just, you know, looks odd. So I just went ahead and found the placement, figure out where I wanted each butterfly, have one off the path, and then I hot glued it down. I went ahead, I placed my flowers. You can see in the background, you'll see like these little butterfly glitters. I forgot to mention, I did place that on there. I don't think I recorded though. I think it was like a last minute thing. And to be honest, I'll be honest, I think I dropped some. I was supposed to place it somewhere else and I dropped some and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let it go through that path. And it works. And then I placed my flowers in the areas I think it looks best with some hot glue. And that's it, guys. That is the total project. I took the sentiments that I had foiled and cut, and I placed it in an order. All of these sentiments are words that, or sort of words that she would say to me, and I tried to place it into like a sentence of words, but I ended up putting like two other quotes off of the, not off the canvas, on the canvas, but off to the sides. And I liked it. I feel like I felt like the sentiments really kind of explained a lot of my canvas. I hope you enjoyed this process video and was able to take some inspirational ideas for your own project. Please join my social media pages to help share crafting inspiration to others and show off your skills. I can't wait to see what amazing projects you come up with. Don't forget, you're beautiful and you matter. I hope to see you next time. Bye.